What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, the series I used to make when I was too poorly to pick up a model and paint. I'll talk about that in a moment. But suffice to say, they're kind of like updates, little snippets of how my life's going and how the channel's going and different things like that. Just anything really I want to talk about. Kind of like a bit like a video diary, I suppose, if you will. But anyway, traditionally, and I will go into more detail mode. Traditionally, a Chill with Pete, the length of the video is the amount of time it takes me to drink my drink. In this case, I have a cup of coffee. Also, forgive my neighbour is power washing crazy because the weather's awful. She's going again. It's raining on and off, and freezing, and it's really cold, but yeah, power washing. It's got a patio. She'll power wash anything. Anyway, enough about that. The main reason I wanted to talk to you guys. Recently I watched a video by my friend Ralph Astley, and if you don't know who Ralph Astley is, I suggest you head on over to his channel. There will be details in the description below where you can head on over there. I watched a video of his where he was talking about 2020. He's had some things going on in his life, and he felt the need to say, this is the reason I haven't made any videos for a while, or watched or commented. Well, he's watched or commented on videos. He's had a lot of stuff going on. That's fair enough. But he highlighted a fact which I found very, very interesting with regard to YouTube, and that he found it frustrating that it wasn't the best platform really for someone to organise their hobby into different interests. And I agree completely. It's suited for one hobby really, and I mean, my main hobby is miniature gaming and tabletop gaming, but I do throw other stuff in there as well. If I wanted to seriously pursue another hobby though, like walking or photography or something like that, I would have to really do another YouTube channel, and I don't know if that's what they want or not. But anyway, he highlighted the fact that we have playlists on our channels to organise them as best we can, and I've made use of that over the years. And he felt that once we make our videos, they get watched, then they get in. Well, they're already in the playlist, and after that, they're kind of. And I'm generalising here, I know that, but they're kind of forgotten unless they're like a tutorial or something like that, which is kind of more in your face. Look at this, and the sort of thing people search for as well. For instance, if I had an interest in photographing flowers, say, and I put my best photographs of roses that I'd taken during the year or something like that. Unless someone was actually looking for that, they probably wouldn't see it on YouTube or whatever. And that's the way it is. But now I looked at my channel. It made me look at my channel. I think, I know I've got a lot of playlists. I didn't realise quite how many I had. They could be. Some videos could be deleted. I grant you. And I have, over the years, I have deleted the odd video here and there. I've gone through every video. 2,500 videos plus, I think, and I've changed thumbnails, I've made them a bit better, and I've kind of looked at some of them are obsolete, but we'll come to that in a moment. And I just want to keep them there for just for my own memory. I like to look at them sometimes and think, wow, I remember that. I started out, I did this or I didn't do that, and it's kind of I enjoy it. I get enjoyment out of that. But for people who don't really know you or your channel that well, if they haven't, unless they've been following along with you for years, they're not going to know without delving into your channel what it is you do, what you've done. And let's face it, our attention spans are all over the place these days, and I do blame technology for that. But that's a subjective viewpoint there. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about, well, Ralph's video gave me an idea, which we could probably all make use of. You know, some of us have got intro videos on our channel. I thought about putting out, because I've got pages here. I've got 70 something playlists. They're screenshots of all my playlists, simply because I couldn't be bothered to write them down. And what I thought about doing was maybe, I don't know, once a week, once a fortnight, once a month even, I don't know, once on a regular basis, every so often, put out a video which talks about some of your playlists. And I'm going to go back, so these are my earliest ones, as you will see. Yeah, I've even got how to play Warhammer 40k 7th edition. That was a playlist of mine. I've got bolt action. I don't play bolt action anymore. I have no bolt action figures or anything, you know. But looking at them, I thought it might be kind of cool to just say, look, I've got this. Maybe talk about, say, 3 playlists at a time, and, you know, promote them. I could go through. It would be a series that would be quite a, you know, well, and I could put the newest video promoting my latest video promoting my playlists as an intro video. What do you think? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. So do a new intro video, talk about 3 of my playlists, then, I don't know, a week later, fortnight, month, whatever, do another intro video talking about some more playlists. Maybe link them up. What do you think? I think that might work as an idea. Who knows? What do you think? It certainly couldn't hurt anything, could it? And it would be interesting, I think, you know, if we all did that, and said, look, you might want to check out, I've got a playlist here on, I don't know, carpentry, making stools, say, for instance. It's not got anything to do with my wargaming, but, you know, you might find some interest in it. Or fixing cars, or whatever, you know, fishing, it doesn't matter. And then you know, some people might think, oh, I didn't know that about that person. I'll click on that, and they might get into it. Sometimes that's how I get into people's channels, some of them which are not wargaming related. I'll tell you what I like, personally, what I like channels, and it doesn't matter what the subject is, but I do have a weakness for channels where people fix things, particularly older things, you know. One of my favourites is retro computers. I love it when people, and there are some brilliant ones on the internet, where they take an old battered computer that doesn't work, back from the 80s, you know, they completely rework it and bring it back to its former glory and better than ever, you know, and you look at it and think, wow, that's amazing. I love that. I love watching that. I also like watching people tinker with old cars, bringing them back to life, restore them, and things like that, you know. So that's a couple of things I like. And Ralph also made the point of the liked playlist disappearing from people's channels. I don't know anything about that, but he did raise a good point. It's you know, where he uses it to go into someone's channel to see what they like, and maybe they'll have similar interests, and it's kind of almost a promotional tool in itself. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that, but so that's what I'm going to do, I think. Yes, so I'm just going to take, you know, 3 playlists, talk about them, promote them. Some of them might be very old, but I'll get through them all eventually, up to the ones I currently maintain. The only one really that's obsolete and will never be visited again is probably how to play Warhammer 40k 7th edition. Yes, well, it has how to play Warhammer 40k 7th edition. So that might be something I to cover. I've got it on my channel. I keep it there because if I was ever to make a how to play Warhammer, whatever the latest edition is, I might look at how I did it in the past and just see, oh, that worked or that didn't work, or you know, and things like that. Now now I have my studio, so I would be technically in a far better position to do something like that, how to play a game. But I've got so many games I've got interests in, you see, so it would be yeah, it'd be strange. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's my channel kind of news updates in my life. I discovered today in work that two of the other people who started with me have had their contracts extended by another 3 months. I think that's hopeful, but the thing is, they're on a different department, okay? They are on replen, which is like, you know, restocking the shelves and that, whereas I'm essentially empty them because I'm on order picking. And their contracts, their original contracts over Christmas, were due to expire mid-January. And I ran into one of them today, and I said, "Oh, you're still here?" Then he said, "Yeah," and that's when he told me they've extended their contracts. He said, but they did wait until the very last moment to tell them about that. So, you know, fingers crossed, guys. Even if I could just get another 3 months out of it, would be swell. I mean, I'm actively seeking work again now, which makes it harder for me to do hobby, of course. I want to try and get some in this week, maybe later on, but you know, it slows it down because I do need to dedicate a certain amount of time on a daily basis to pursue that goal. So that's where I am job wise. Still loving it though. I still love the job. I love going there. I love it. It's a great job. It is. Someone asked me a while back, because I talked about, do you remember, I don't want to go back into the fiasco or the debacle of the Royal Mail incident, you know, of what happened. But I did describe that as my dream job. And they said, well, you're on about a dream job, it's just a postman. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. I mean, in the past, I've had high profile jobs before, years ago. But I wouldn't have classed them, especially now, I wouldn't have classed it as a better job, because for me, better is what suits me. This job now that I've got, it's easy, but the hours suit me, and they suit my body, they suit my health. My health has not gotten any worse since doing the job, even over the busy Christmas period. I've been able to do extra hours. I've been able to work extra with no apparent consequence, you know, or suffering on my part. So to me, that ticks all the boxes. Whereas Royal Mail, I thought I could do it, but physically I just couldn't. So that's what I was trying to get across on that point. So yeah, it is a kind of a dream job for me, because the hours are just fantastic. It doesn't pay that great, but as long as the bills are paid, that's all I'm worried about, and that's all I'm concerned with. So yeah, so keep your fingers crossed for me, guys, because I'm going to be filming P&Q later this week on Wednesday. So a couple more days time, I'm going to be filming P&Q and answering questions, and I'm aware that the next P&Q after that, which will be February, I will know either whether I'm staying at Asda for a little longer, or I've had to leave and maybe I'm unemployed, or maybe I've got another job, who knows. So it's a very unsettling time at the moment, but I'm hoping that, you know, I can focus on what I'm doing here. Now, as you know, I'm working on my Zombicide, Angry Neighbours, and they're really coming on, you know, really great. Been working on the companions lately. I've done a lot of work on the zombies already, but believe it or not, the survivors are probably going to be done last. The only survivor I've got which is anywhere near finished he's called Adam, I think. I don't know if you see him there. Yeah, he's called Adam, and he's the only one I've really done, and he isn't finished. So, you know, a ways to go yet. But we're getting there. I'm certainly not rushing it. You may have noticed the amount of on the bench videos that are covering Zombicide. So you know, looking forward to getting that up and running, where I can incorporate that into my Zombicide games. Very, very excited to get that going. Anyway, my neighbour is power washing and absolutely crazy, really crazy. It's the middle of winter, and she's power washing her patio. What? Anyway, so I'm going to do a video talking about 3 of my playlists. I'm going to cross them off as I go, and yeah, it's going to be the first of many. But yes, I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to start doing it. Like I say, I don't think any harm can come by it. If no good comes of it, I don't think any harm will come of it. But just promoting the old right through to the current playlists. Anyway, enough rambling on from me, even though I haven't finished my coffee. I'll talk about that another time. Remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye.